Welcome to the 10-Minute Mind Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Janet Cagle, certified life coach, weight loss coach, and lover of all things related to upleveling my life and yours. My goal is to help you get one step closer to your goal, whatever it is. My goal is not to keep you wrapped up in self-help all day, just 10 minutes. And who doesn't have 10 minutes, right? Hey there, welcome back. I am so glad that you are here. This is episode number 83 and toxic positivity. The title of this episode might have you scratching your head a little bit like, how can positivity be toxic? Well, that is exactly what I'm going to talk to you about today. One of the things that has been coming up with some of my clients and students is the notion that they shouldn't feel bad or think negative thoughts. And if they do, something is wrong or something is going wrong. So they rush in to making things right again. They think that to make things right, they must hurry through the negative thought process and emotions and get back to the feel-good feelings. And then all is right with the world. That sounds like you, my friend. Buckle up. This is going to be an enlightening ride. Now, it all sounds reasonable and even logical to want to feel good all of the time. But the truth is, it's a horrible life by design strategy. Let's talk about what toxic positivity is exactly. It's a good vibe strategy. It's the idea that we should only have a positive mindset and avoid emotional pain. This toxic positivity notion will keep you from pursuing your goals and dreams, your heart's desire. Toxic positivity will have you rationalizing things like, it just didn't feel good, or it didn't feel right, or it shouldn't be that hard if it's right for me. Toxic positivity has you bugging out at the first sign of difficulty. Can't go there, got to keep my good vibe and mojo going. The overuse of the good vibe only strategy will invalidate your feelings and experiences. Not all feelings and experiences were meant to be good vibes only. Remember how I have said before that it's the contrast of emotions that adds all of the depth and color to our human experience. Joy is only amazing if we are willing to feel the depth of sorrow and sadness. Trying to be positive in an excessive or overgeneralized way often requires denying or minimalizing our actual feelings, and it's not an effective strategy for relieving our pain and suffering at all. In fact, it keeps it hanging on and hanging around, and it has us resisting the very emotions that if we allowed ourselves to process through them, we would grow through them. When we resist feeling a negative feeling, we allow it to fester, and it does, and it grows in strength, and it continues to have power over us in ways that we can't even see. Here are a few ways that toxic positivity are unhealthy for your well-being. Number one, overemphasizing happiness can make us more likely to obsess over our failures and unpleasant emotions, making us more stressed in the long run. We start thinking that there's something wrong with us, and that leads to more feeling like crap. Number two, judging our emotions not only prolongs them, but creates additional difficult emotions like guilt and then shame. If we are constantly judging ourselves as falling short because we aren't as happy as we think we should be, we will experience disappointment and shame in addition to the original emotion that we had. Number three, when we offer positive platitudes rather than a compassionate ear to others, it usually leads to increased isolation. Hearing, keep your head up, it could always be worse, invalidates an individual's emotions and can make them less likely to share their human experience with you in the future. So, what is the way? We need to shift our focus from maintaining a positive attitude despite all of our circumstances to recognizing that our feelings are indicators of where there is an opportunity for healing and compassion. And we need to embrace that part of us without shushing her and resisting her and judging her and wishing she didn't exist. Our emotions require attention, validation, compassion, and it all starts with genuine and sincere support from ourselves. And that is the key here. We want other people or our circumstances to support us, but it starts with us. The other day, I experienced extreme humiliation and disappointment. And I mean, it was the kind of depth that really had me feeling at a depth that I had not felt in a very, very long time. And it was awful. So I understand if you don't like it or you don't want to. And I understand that it's probably tied to something painful in your past that you would rather not remember. I get it. And let me just tell you that it's not about going back there to that memory and recalling all of the pain, but it is about allowing your body to process the emotion that you are feeling right now. I had to allow my body to process humiliation, and trust me when I say, this is no fun. I literally felt toxic hormonal release of chemicals in my body. Now, what I am not saying is that we need to stay there and wallow in it and drag other people into it and get all wrapped up in it. What I am saying is that allowing the emotion to process through your body is what allows you to grow past the pain of the experience. It is what is needed in order to take back the power the circumstance has over you. What we tend to do is process the emotion in our brains. We think about it. We start thinking our way through it. We start justifying and clarifying the reason we are feeling the feelings. But that's not processing the emotion through your body. That is processing it through your brain. I get it that we want to rush through it and get past it or even ignore it and just think happy thoughts. But here is what I want you to see. There was a part of me that was deeply hurting, and she needed time and attention and compassion. That part of me deserved the time that it took to process, and that part of you does too. So, don't mistake all of my teaching and coaching for the just choose happiness message, or just think a different thought, or just get over your negativity. That is not my message, my friends. Here is my message loud and clear. Be willing to feel the full range of human emotions without making it mean anything about your worth and value as a human being. Allow all of your emotions equal airtime and consideration, and be very curious about where you might have some healing to experience. But do not make it mean there is anything wrong with you or that you are less than because you are having a less than desirable moment. Once you have allowed your body, not your brain, your body to process the emotion, then we can do the thought work and decide how we want to fuel our action line. This is not easy stuff to navigate on your own, and you don't have to. That is why I am here, and that is why I do what I do. You are just an email away from a transformation at the speed of life, my friend. I hope that this has been a helpful and useful episode for you, and now go have the best day ever. That's a wrap. I hope that you were able to experience a mind shift of your own today. Listen, if you love this podcast, you should totally check out my Life by Design 6-week bootcamp. It's a work at your own pace workshop and something that you can do over and over and over again to uplevel your results. If a one-on-one coaching program is more your jam, I am all in. Just shoot me an email and get ready for a transformation at the speed of life.